Tropics SC, Tropics 34, capital
Greetings all, and thank you for choosing to spend a bit of your time with us here at the Lake Myrtle Sports Complex in beautiful Auburndale, Florida. A lovely evening for soccer, a nice breeze, a very warm day, of course, throughout Central Florida, but we are ready for some great action here tonight. No rain threat in the area, which is the good news this time of year as we hit round 2 of the UPSL Pro Premier Playoff extravaganza. The Tropics SC tonight hosting Sporting Orlando. These two teams met during the regular season, very early in the regular season, right here at Lake Myrtle, and the Tropics came away with a 3-0 win. The Tropics getting here off a 3-0 win on Saturday night against the Greater Orlando Soccer Academy, and Sporting Orlando with a nice win over OFC Barca in their opening round matchup to advance to the second round here tonight. So we expect a good one under sunny skies and warm temperatures here at Lake Myrtle. The Tropics 12-0 on the season, really 13-0. They had a forfeit win at the end of the year, but 11-0 in games played during the regular season, and then, of course, the playoff win just 4 nights ago. They have been the cream of the crop in the Pro Premier Central West Division, no question about that, with a goal differential of a plus 36. They have 40 goals to their credit and have allowed just 4 all season long. So that gives you an idea of what Sporting Orlando is up against here tonight. But Sporting Orlando has certainly held their own against some of the better teams in the Pro Premier Central East and Central West. They finished the regular season with 7 wins, 4 losses, and 1 draw. A goal differential of just plus 3. They've scored 21 goals but given up 18. They finished 3rd in the Pro Premier Florida Central West Division. The Tropics, of course, finishing 1st in that division. And the goal differential of a plus 36 for the Tropics includes their playoff win last Saturday. Just a bit of a delay as we get ready to kick it off here at Lake Myrtle. Another nice crowd on hand, most of them here on the shade side. But the Swan City Syndicate cheering section in full voice and throttle on the far sideline tonight to add to the fun and atmosphere here of UPSL playoff soccer. We have a ball, so I'm really not sure what the holdup may be. I know Sporting Orlando had a couple of players that were arriving a little bit late that had some traffic issues, which is no surprise getting down Interstate 4 this time of night from Orlando to the Auburndale area. So don't know if that was the reason, but we are underway. Xavier Silva will try and track it down on the far side for the Tropics, and the host will get an immediate throw in here. Hugo Silva getting the starting goal tonight for the Tropics. He actually has started every game for the Tropics and played pretty much every minute of every game, save for a shared clean sheet with George Navarrete, the backup tonight from Plant City, who appeared in that one game and kept the shutout intact. In fact, I think the Tropics opened the season with 5 straight clean sheets before allowing a goal, and their first goal allowed actually came on a penalty kick. So there's a through ball to Victor Pereras, who couldn't quite control it. Victor with the thumbs up on the pass there. Oh, he's all right. It looked like he might be limping just a touch after that. Garrett's and Crane can't track it down. Pedro Ivan Diaz will clear it out of harm's way ahead to Melvin Boateng. Boateng has his pocket pick, but Corey Mills there to try and recover, but Sporting Orlando will come up with it. Chance to build forward here for the visitors. Long ball into the box, but harmlessly cleared out of there by Crane. Francisco Lucina was the intended target there in the far post. Jonathan Riali, number 7, with a try into the box, but the Tropics will get possession back, and this is Garrettson Crane with it. Ivo Diaz, middle of the field to Corey Mills, right back to Pedro. Sporting Orlando with some pretty good pressure early on. There's the ball ahead down to Boateng. Eldon Boateng with it. Ivo Diaz now over to Mills at the midline. There's the very dangerous Victor Pereira, who's got a buddy back in the lineup tonight, or at least on the roster and on the bench, available for later duty. And that will be Ricardo Dieguez, who is dressed here tonight for the Tropics. Great to see Ricardo in uniform tonight, of course. Star of the Florida Tropics Major Arena Soccer League team, their all-time leading scorer. And unfortunately for Florida fans, as many good players as the Florida Tropics signed here in the offseason, Ricardo has signed with the Utica City FC side to play indoors next year up in upstate New York. So he will certainly be missed, but great to see him back here. He played about a half a dozen games or so for the Tropics SC early in the season, and then of course signed away to Utica, but back here tonight to potentially be an important sub in the second half should the Tropics need him. He and Victor Pereira played together for 8 years now, and Victor going to get a pretty good chance here from just outside the top of the penalty box, or the penalty area, I should say. Eduardo Matos, the Sporting Orlando goaltender, directing a little traffic in front, trying to make sure he has the wall set up properly. Pereira's very dangerous, also directing some traffic now. Here comes Victor. There's the strike, a low ball, and never got through. Pereira's on the try again, and that's kicked out of there. And a whistle and a foul against the Tropics. So first good potential scoring chance of the night goes astray. The scoreboard here at Lake Myrtle is out, so we will endeavor to keep you abreast of the time and score situation, and I know they're working on it, so hopefully that'll be back up and running here before long. But we are scoreless here just in the opening minutes of this UPSL Pro Premier second round playoff game. Steal by Boateng. Milian gets it ahead, looking for Xavier Silva, and Matos comes just well off his line to deny Silva the opportunity. Hugo Silva, the team's leading scorer. And almost had a great chance there off the takeaway by Boateng. Corey Mills, Pedro Ivo Diaz with it now. Now the scoreboard appears to be up and running again, so we are heading to the 6th minute. Scoreless here at Lake Myrtle. Thought they had it running earlier, so I didn't think it was a big issue. Mills with it. On the left wing now to Pereira. He's got Crane with him to his left. Instead, we'll send it back to the middle of the field to Ivo Diaz. Now to Boateng. And back out to Andrew Clare, brother of Florida Tropics forward Matt Clare. Had so many good years out with the San Diego Sockers, who made it to the MASL finals this past season to lose to the Milwaukee Wave. Pereiras will push forward. Pereiras with some space. Left wing to Crane. He will cross it in front. Never got through. Here's Ivo Diaz trying to step up in a defensive play, and they're going to call a foul against Sporting Orlando here. And again, I think it's just outside the top of the box, so it'll be a very good restart opportunity here for the Tropics. So Pereiras will tee it up one more time. A little bit further away, I think, than the last one. Let's see who they may want to look to here. It's served into the box, and it was Hugo Silva making a run to the far post, but it was too far for Hugo. And Victor, again, not sure that left leg is 100% tonight. Kind of reaching for that thigh area after that free kick, so we'll keep an eye on that. Obviously, Pereiras, one of the stars of this Tropics SC team. Here's Millien with a nice save on the far sideline. Be a throw in now for the Tropics as Hugo Cannavaro was over there to bother Millien. Pereiras leaves it off for Ivo Diaz now. Lucas Montoleras with it. Team captain again tonight. He has served as the team captain all season. Defensive stalwart. Injured much of the indoor season, but he has played a full campaign here in the UPSL. Hugo Silva shouting out some encouragement. The Tropics, a lot of passing, but not much penetration. There's a chance now down low, and a collision in the box, and this looks like it'll be a penalty kick coming up here for the Tropics. I think he was in the box. I believe the official was pointing to the penalty spot area. Although the linesman is coming out to mark the spot of the foul, so it may be just outside the box. We'll see. Pereiras lining up as if it's going to be a penalty kick, and I think it will be. So Victor Pereiras here in the 9th minute, making a bid to give the Tropics an early 1-0 lead. There's the whistle. There's the approach. There's the shot. Goal! Pereiras makes no mistake as he buries it into the left-hand corner of the net in the 10th minute, and the Tropics have an early 1-0 lead. Didn't look like there was anything wrong with the leg there. So the Tropics with the early possession and eventual pressure drawing the foul, and Pereiras converts. Defensive step up there by Eduardo Benicio as Hugo Silva was dangerously close to getting that ball. A foul though, as Monolaris was taken down hard by Cannavaro. Did not see a card come out, so no booking on that. Don't know if it might have been Cannavaro who was responsible for that foul in the box as well. Good night for some Tony's Italian Ice, that's for sure. Bet he will have a good concession here this evening. Just enough of a breeze to keep it fairly comfortable, but again, if you're anywhere in the Central Florida area, you know we're under a pretty significant heat wave as Boateng tries to break through. Melvin with it in the box, and he is held up, and we've got a foul called outside the area. William Diaz was shaken up. Boateng almost breaking in there for a good opportunity. So number 10 in the 10th minute, Victor Pereira with the penalty kick goal for a 1-0 Tropics lead here early on. Play by Corey Mills to step up. Or check that, it was Leo Machado, and then Corey Mills made the pretty play building forward for the Tropics. Now back out to Ivo Diaz. Look out, giveaway here, but Andrew Clare just able to beat Cannavaro to the ball. And Hugo Silva going to be called for the, Xavier Silva going to be called for the push. Got 3 Silvas in the game tonight. Hugo Silva in goal for the Tropics. Xavier Silva, their leading scorer up front, and Renan Silva out there for Sporting Orlando, who sends that one right out of play. Not what they wanted there. Kind of weather here tonight where you may see a fairly liberal substitution pattern in the second half. Rodrigo Cabral stepping up to make the defensive play, at least temporarily, on Pereiras, but the Tropics will control. Pereiras again loses it over the end line, but the Tropics will get a throw in. Just does hug the line as Boateng picks it up now. Melvin with a pretty move. Melvin into the box, chips it far post, tries to hit Millen with it. Millen still with it, and he'll finally play it back out to Machado. There's a long shot, and that one just goes wide by Leo. Sporting Orlando wanted the ball to be called out, but it looked like it hugged the line all the way down to the corner, and Melvin Boateng never gave up on it, and it was a good play by Melvin. So, all in all, the Tropics will get a corner out of it here. Hugo Silva yelling down the field to make sure at least one player is back deep enough. There's the crossbar post header, and that one was a save by Matos, I think. Either Matos got a piece of it or it hit the goalpost. On that far post, it was Lucas Monolaris using his size to clear the field and get the header, but either Matos was there or the post was there. One or the other, doesn't matter. Stayed out of the back of the net. Good play by Matos either way. He was in good position to shut down that chance. It's been all Tropics here for the first 16 or so minutes. Claire will play it ahead to Pereiras. Back now to Claire. Victor with it. Left side to Gerritsen Crane. Down low to Mills and right back to Gerritsen Crane. Corey Mills. He'll play it back on top to Claire now. 16 and a half minutes gone. 1-0 Tropics on the penalty kick by Victor Pereiras. Boateng, and he's knocked off the ball, but the Tropics will retain possession. Here's Pereiras. Pereiras looking for a run by Hugo Silva. They want offsides. Header, and the flag is up as Hugo Silva was a half step ahead of the defense there. Good idea between Pereiras and Silva. Matos just clears the area, but no orange and blue shirt anywhere near that clearing pass, so the Tropics will build forward one more time. That pass from Boateng just a little bit ahead of Corey Mills. Now a chance to build back here for Sporting Orlando. Caballero with it. Gets it over to Daniel Colina. Canabero still with it. Throw in here for the Tropics. I think, unless the official is going to say the other way, and they are. Pascal Millien with a takeaway, and he draws the foul. A nice play by Pascal. Our featured player this week on Tropics Weekly. On the Tropics Facebook social media pages, you can learn lots about Pascal, probably one of, if not the most interesting players on the Tropics roster. Native of Haiti who emigrated to the United States as a teenager, found his way here to Auburndale, played 3 years with the Bloodhounds, scored 114 goals, and led Auburndale to its first ever state soccer championship in 2005. He's played more than 24 times for the Haitian national team. And all over the world, Thailand and Ireland, and really an interesting story. So if you get a chance to check it out, here's Silva again ahead of the field, and again offsides is called. So if you get a chance to check it out, it's on the Tropics Facebook accounts, and really enjoyed sitting down with Pascal and learning a little bit more about him. Such an interesting player and person, and fun to talk to. So he's the graybeard out here, even though as I kidded him on the show, I didn't see any gray in the beard yet, but he is the veteran among the many youngsters here. And happy to play that role, coming kind of full circle, starting his U.S. soccer experience with the state championship in Auburndale, and now leading the Auburndale-based Tropics SC to the UPSL playoffs. Chance here for Sporting Orlando. They haven't had too many, and there's a ball in front, and that will be cleared. But Sporting Orlando will keep possession here. It was Freedy Holland who tried to make a run deep into the box but couldn't control it and lost it over the end line. So Hugo Silva goal kick coming up here for the Tropics. 20th minute, heading to the 21st here in just a bit. 1-0 Tropics. Just joining us, a penalty kick goal by Victor Pereiras. In the 10-minute mark, the only score so far, and the Tropics have had a couple other pretty good chances. As Machado, or rather Mian, is going to try and catch up on the far side, does. Silva in front with a header, and he couldn't quite get the angle he wanted on that one. Great effort by Pascal Millien to save that one before it got over the end line and set up Silva in front for what almost turned into the Tropics' second goal of the game. Pereira's going to get a bead on that clear. Mills will keep it alive. Silva tried to track it down, but Ivo Diaz will. To Milian. Garrettson Crane a little frustrated here on the near side. He was open from, didn't have a player within 20 or 30 yards of him, but the Tropics never able to reverse the field there. They have played a lot of short passing in the middle of the field, but haven't been able to counter too successfully on the switching of the field tactic. But here comes Ivo Diaz with it to Milian now. Pascal with little space. Runner down the right side to Machado. Machado back to Milian at the top of the box. Milian looking for space. Leaves it off for Corey Mills. Mills works on the left side now to Crane. Mills will try and take it deep and look for a cross and can't save it.
Bother me being out here. No, this is a great team. It's just a whole different style of game.
Throwing coming up here for the Tropics. They want to hurry. They do get it into Pereiras, but Pereiras unable to catch up. Banging off a defender or no? He might have, so good play by Victor there to at least create the corner opportunity. Again, a back post try, and we've got a whistle and a foul against the Tropics. Too much jostling there in front. We mentioned these two teams played back in April here at Lake Myrtle, a 3-0 win for the Tropics. In fact, Ricardo Dieguez got his 6th goal of the season in that game, scored in the 13th minute to really provide all the offense the Tropics would need. Victor Pereiras scored in the opening minute of the second half, and then Corey Mills finished off a feed by Xavier Silva to make it a 3-0 score. The time improved the Tropics record to 4-0. Push from behind and foul is called. And as we mentioned, Ricardo Dieguez in uniform tonight on the bench. Potential reserve in the second half if needed. Ricardo Carvalho back in uniform tonight. Major Arena Soccer League star, signed by the Tropics organization in the offseason. 9th in the entire MASL last year in goals with 30. So 2 big offensive threats sitting on the bench tonight here for Coach Lucas Teixeira. mention that Pascal Millien played a number of games for his national team in Haiti, and the news coming out in the last couple of days that a former Tropic, Juan Tejada, will get a call from his national team in Panama, which is exciting. Of course, a lot of Tropics fans know that Tejada has gone on to sign and now really turn into a star with the Tampa Bay Rowdies. He is second on the Rowdies roster in goals this season, and he has gotten the call from Panama, his native country, to suit up for their U23 side, which will be playing in a couple of Olympic qualifying games next month. So congratulations to the former Lakeland Tropic, Juan Tejada, who played 2 seasons with the Tropics SC sister franchise out at Bryant Stadium. Was their leading scorer last year, signed with the Rowdies in the offseason, and has appeared in all 16 of the Rowdies games so far this year with 10 starts. Nice feature story on Juan. I believe it's in today's Tampa Bay Times. Crane going to make a run here to try and catch up to this long ball from Boateng, and it's knocked over the end line, so it'll be a throw-in, I believe, for the Tropics. You can look that story up online at tampabay.com, but truly one of the nicest guys and better players that have come through the Tropics organization in 3 years, Juan Tejada, so happy to see his success and now getting a chance to perhaps play for his home country, Panama. Boateng trying to create an opportunity. Leaves it off for Diaz and didn't like what he saw, so he'll play it back to the half line. Ahead now to Boateng. Millien with it on the right wing. Of course, Joel Serrano, the Lakeland Tropics goaltender this year, called up last season to train with the men's national team in Panama, as we have a break in play here at the 30-minute mark, and I believe they will call this a water break. It's interesting, when these two teams met back in April, Sporting Orlando was actually atop the table in the Pro Premier UPSL Central West. The Tropics had played, I think, 3 less games than Sporting Orlando at that point, so their win that night on the 24th of April moved the Tropics to within 1 point of the lead. And once the Tropics, of course, took the lead, they have not relinquished it with that 12-0 mark. Maka Ballers FC continuing their good run through the postseason with 2 playoff wins, so they are still alive as a potential opponent here for the Tropics. The 4-3 win over the St. Petersburg Aztecs, and then a 4-2 win over Leg AZ Soccer International, 2 of the better teams in the UPSL Pro Premier Central East and Central West this year. So would be potentially a fun matchup. Don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves, obviously. The Tropics and Ballers did not meet during the regular season. Good time to have your offense come alive, though. 8 goals in 2 playoff games for the Maka Ballers. They've been on a pretty good run. In fact, their loss came all the way back on May 4th, their last loss against Clay County, 3-2. Since then, they have not lost. Take that back. Sporting Orlando beat them on May 19th, so that was their last loss. But 2 good playoff wins on each of the last 2 Saturdays. Water break is over, so we will start things back up here with a Tropics throw in. I thought it was the Tropics, but I guess it's Sporting Orlando's ball here in the 33rd minute. Garrettson Crane going to be called with a contact. And the official having a little bit of a dialogue all the way down the field. There's a chance now for Sporting Orlando. Ball in front, but nicely played by Andrew Clare to knock that aside. Silva countering here for the Tropics. The X-Man has it knocked over the end line. It will be a corner kick coming up here for the homestanding Tropics. 34th minute. We'll have a little bit of stoppage time because of the water break. Got some folks up on the berm again tonight. Nice to see that behind the north goal here. It's pretty filled for the U.S. Open Cup game we hosted back here in early May. That heartbreaking loss and 10 penalties to the Villages. Great evening, though, here at Lake Myrtle, no question. Ball into the box, and that header again just off frame. Tropics have been close on 2 or 3 of those, and they've all been headers, with Montoleros moving up, Claire with a little size moving up. They have been close, but not quite able to connect. Crane with the takeaway. Plays it deep for Silva. But Matos will come off his line to collect it. William Diaz keeping Silva at bay also. Defensive play there for Sporting Orlando. 1-0 Tropics SC. We're in the 36th minute now. Penalty kick goal by Victor Pereiras in their 10th minute, the only score here so far. Venancio will track it down and play it across the field to his defensive counterpart, Diaz. Take a survey down the field. No real pressure. Machado with a header, and he will get it up to Pascal Millien. Millien controls. Nice work by Pascal to keep it alive and out of harm's way. Pereira with the long ball down to Millian. Pascal with some pretty strong 1v1 skills. Pereira will play it back out to Crane now. Center of the pitch to Mills, who doesn't have any pressure, neither does Ivo Diaz. Millian trying to get by a defender over there, can't do it. Long ball down to Cannavaro, and we have a whistle and a foul. Cannavaro, a late starter. Wasn't actually listed as a starter originally, but checked in as one just before game time. Not sure what the discussion here on the far sideline is. We might have an injured player. We do. It's Cannavaro who's down, right in front of the Bond Clinic injury tent. So that's at least, if you're going to go down, hey, why not right there? Lloyd Knutson, I think, out taking a look. Tropics fine trainer. I don't know if it was Millian or one of the other Tropics players over there that he collided with, but looks to maybe be a right leg injury.
He goes, I hope they lose. I'm like, hey! Dude, come on. I said I won't be able to watch it. Yeah, I'll be driving at 3 o'clock to Georgia. What? I'll just have to put in my aux cord and listen to it.
Oh, yeah, I see him now.
Team captain Lucas Montoleras checking on his counterpart, Cannavaro. I don't know if it was Lucas that made the contact or somebody else, but Cannavaro is now up, and so that is encouraging news. Millian still over there as well. He's sitting up, but haven't got him to his feet yet. And he will hop one-legged off the pitch, and yeah, definitely looks to be his left ankle area, lower leg. So never like to see that. So Vinny Oliverio will check in, number 9. He was actually in the starting lineup originally when Cannavaro replaced him. Ball into the box, and that will go wide. '41st minute. We will definitely have probably more stoppage time than we see in most games here this year.
RSVP dropped back in January before I even signed on.
All right, Tropics, time for number 2.
Tropics got one in the dying minutes against Sporting Orlando earlier in the season. We'll see if they can do it again here. Cabral will do the throw-in honors here. Ender Sanchez, number 8, got the throw-in, and it'll be Sanchez playing it back to Diaz here.
Yeah, it was good.
The Tropics would like a little bit of breathing room perhaps before the first half comes to an end. We'll have, as we said, probably 4 or 5 minutes at least of stoppage time. We're in the 42nd minute right now. A little too tall for Silva from Silva. A law firm of Silva and Silva. Almost hooking up there. They're not related, by the way. Boateng with the steal. He draws the foul, and then the quick restart. Good idea. Silva going to have to wait to catch up to that one. Now he's going to try and turn on the Jets, do a little push and go, but can't get around the defender Diaz. Good play by Diaz there. Gerritsen Crane keeps it alive to Pereiras. Pereiras in some traffic, reverses field. Good job, and Mills will send it back out near the half line to Ivo Diaz, and the Tropics will send it back to completely start from scratch here again. Almost had a number situation there, but couldn't quite pull it together. Millien with it. Machado slides in to keep it alive. Sporting Orlando now with the counter. Millien, good defensive play to not allow the cross there. All over Renan Silva to make sure there was no cross. And that could have been dangerous. The Sporting Orlando side had at least equal numbers in front, so that play should not go unnoticed by Millien defensively. Tropics have really not generated a lot of consistent pressure. Mills with it with a nice run now, trying to touch it through to Silva. Taken away by Oliveira. Oliveira on the receiving end of that pass, but taken away nicely by Lucas Montoleras. Montoleras will push forward. Montoleras tried to anticipate a run there by Xavier Silva, but the X-Man was too far back. Good play by Montoleras, though. Like to see the aggressiveness pressing forward here. Sporting Orlando giving up a lot of space when the Tropics have the ball, and have been times here in this half might have been more effective to actually push forward with it than try the quick one-touch passing. Sporting Orlando very happy and content to kind of lay back and just watch all that. Stoppage time now. And as we said, going to guess maybe 5-6 minutes would not be a surprise. Comes over here on the near side to Lucina. Got some pressure from Gerritsen Crane, but Lucina going to track it down here again. One nothing Tropics in stoppage time here in the first half. The only goal off the foot of Victor Pereiras on a penalty kick in the 10th minute. Here's a ball through to Victor, but couldn't quite control it, and Diaz does a nice job to clear the zone. Crane crashes in there and takes it away from Lucina. And now Gerritsen will rejoin the offense. Long ball in front, and that is loose in there, and finally headed out of danger. Good defensive recovery there by Hender Sanchez. Knock it away, but the Tropics will possess one more time here. Ibo Diaz plays it over to Leo Machado. Machado with a long ball into the box, looking for Hugo Silva with a header, and Matos right there with a save. Good anticipation by Matos as he saw that play developing. Oliveria almost breaks into the free, but good defensive work again by the Tropics. They have been solid as usual in front of Hugo Silva here this evening. Pedro Ibo Diaz. Left side to Victor Pereras. Pereras gonna go back post again, and flashing through is Diaz with a good defensive play. Milian to Boateng. Boateng shot right on, and Matos makes the save. Melvin Boateng denied, and we have an injured player in front, and a little bit of extra curricular after the play. Well, we'll sort all this out. Great chance by Boateng, and better save by Matos. Injured player is Eduardo Venancio, but he is up, and I think cooler heads will prevail here.
So is he calling halftime or what?
The official down there talking to Boateng, and
Well, right now those two are getting electric.
Rodrigo Cabral. Shake of hands between the two, and that's a good deal. And I'm not sure if they've called halftime. I don't believe so. I've not heard that whistle, so we'll, I think, play on. Well, I guess maybe they have called.
What's that? There you are. Why did you break the clock? I thought you stopped working.
Think of that song, the Whalers song. Can you have him do it up and score real ball? Alright? I'm asking there's one simple thing. Turn on like a smack.
Just asked it. Hold on. You got it.
Just about ready to go here at Lake Myrtle Sports Complex for the second half between the Tropics SC and Sporting Orlando, second round UPSL Pro Premier playoffs. The only goal so far coming in the 10th minute off the foot of Victor Pereira's of the Tropics on a penalty kick. We'll see if the Tropics come out a bit more aggressively here offensively in the second half. Certainly had chances in the first half, but also just played a lot of possession time ball out near the half line and just into the Sporting Orlando zone, but didn't really create a lot of opportunities off that. Sporting Orlando pretty content to just lay back and watch that and then respond once the Tropics eventually pushed forward. As we mentioned, some talent on the bench tonight for the Tropics. Keep an eye on the substitution situation on this warm, humid evening, but Keisuke Ohata, one of their leading offensive players, available off the bench, as is Ricardo Diegues and Ricardo Carvalho. Ricardo 1 and Ricardo 2, both very strong offensive threats as well, as Tropics fans know, especially with Diegues. Was this team's leading scorer earlier in the season before not dressing for a number of games, but back tonight. Long ball into the box, headed out of there by the Tropics, and Ivo Diaz will come up the field. Gets it over on the wing to Pascal Millien now. That's not Millien, that's Melvin Boateng. Corey Mills with it now. Takes the return pass from Ivo Diaz. Back to Monolaris, who will get it ahead now to Boateng. Looking for Millien, header in front, but Mato's going to come off the line as Hugo Silva, or rather Xavier Silva, was a little late to arrive there. Shows you a little 1-2, and one of the smaller guys on the field, Pascal Millien, gets a header. He has played well here tonight. One of the things he mentioned in the Tropics Weekly interview we did a couple of days ago, which is now on the Facebook pages of the Tropics. Not a big vocal leader. He's certainly the most veteran player on the side, but likes to lead by example, and he has done that here tonight as we have a push down and a foul as Pereiras was taken down. The upside to that is Victor going to get a chance here on a set piece. And Corey Mills talking things over for a moment. 48th minute here, 1-0 Tropics. Here's Pereiras with the chip into the box, looking far post to Monolaris in front, and Boateng with an attempt there in front of goal, but unable to make contact. Pretty good play though. Monolaris, that was a set piece that was designed to end up in front. Monolaris with the header, not trying to score, but trying to set up Boateng, who had a great opportunity right at the end of the first half. Here's a long shot on goal, and Mato's able to corral that one without a problem. Talking to some of the fans here tonight, and we do have a very nice crowd here tonight for a Wednesday evening affair. They echoed the sentiments that I'm sure many are thinking here, and that is you just don't want to let Sporting Orlando hang around and have it be just a one-goal game, because the longer that happens, funny things can happen, and they aren't usually good funny things. They're usually bad funny things. So Tropics would really like to get that second goal as a bit of a cushion. Injury substitution coming up here for Orlando. As Silva comes off. Gennaro Brazil checking in, number 18. And a couple of injury substitutions for Orlando here tonight as Machado gets around Brazil. Boateng takes a push and a potential yellow card coming up here, and it is. That will be the first booking of the evening, and it'll be Hender Sanchez called for the excessive challenge on Melvin Boateng. Jonathan Reale a little exasperated by that call on his teammate, but it will stand as a yellow card, the first one of the night. So Victor Pereira, again from just about the same spot he teed it up a couple of minutes ago, will get the restart opportunity. 51st minute. Got Silva and Millen and Boateng all down low here. He might try and take the shot himself, and he does, and sends that halfway to Zephyr Hills. Victor can't quite believe how badly he struck that one. One almost cleared the Florida Youth Soccer Association headquarters, just to the behind the south goal here. That's a 3-story building, and it hit about 2/3 of the way up on it. Millen to Boateng. Good play again by Millen. Said that a few times tonight. Boateng with it in the middle. Left side, that's Crane. Machado with a man on, plays it ahead for Millen. Right back to Leo. Leo fortunate because I think he's the one who knocked it out, but they'll say it went off Brazil, who just checked in. Pedro Ivo Diaz leaves it for Machado now. Fernando Machado, his brother, also available off the bench tonight. Nice to see Fernando back and dressed after a long stint on the injury side of things, with the same leg injury twice in the last 4 or 5 months, but he is finally fully back and available as well. Machado not going to be able to track that one down. Mills with some pressure. Sanchez able to get it out of the zone. Claire going to try and track it down, and he will do a nice job to keep it in play. Thought it might go over the sideline, but he did not. Able to get those hips turned and able to send it almost to the half line. Play by Claire. Machado with some space on the right wing now. Gives it to Pereira's trying to make a run and create an opportunity. Pereira gets it down low on the right side now. Crossed by Machado, far post, header in front. And that is just cleared off the line in the nick of time. Victor Pereira was cruising dangerously in front there looking for a loose ball, but never quite materialized. 1-0 Tropics, 55th minute here in Auburndale, Florida tonight. Glad you could join us at mycujo.tv. Should the Tropics advance to the third round of the playoffs, we of course will stream that one for you live as well right here at mycujo.tv. That would be this Saturday here at Lake Myrtle Sports Complex against the Maca Ballers, who, as we mentioned earlier in the webcast, have had an impressive run in the early stages of the UPSL playoffs. Here's Silva. Silva with a hard challenge from behind, and I think they're actually going to call the foul back between Corey Mills and might be Diaz. Yeah, William Diaz actually going to call it all the way back there. It wasn't the contact on Silva that drew the foul. Maca Ballers with 8 goals in 2 playoff games so far against 2 very good teams. So that will be a challenge for either of these 2 sides Saturday night, whoever comes out on top here. Machado called for the foul. Brazil with a little bit of a push down there, but the referee says, let's play on, boys. Long ball into the box, and Silva will be called upon for one of the rare moments here this evening to get involved in the game. I don't believe the Orlando side has a shot on goal yet. Silva tries to head it forward to Millien, but good defensive recovery by William Diaz, number 5, to slow the Tropics down there, at least for the moment. Ivo Diaz with it in the middle of the field. And sent all the way back out to the midfield circle, and Claire picks it up. Tropics not generating as many opportunities as I thought they might here early in the first 15 or so minutes. Silva now with some space. Here comes Hugo Silva into the box. Silva still with it in front, shot, and that one is knocked away by Matos, so it'll be a corner kick coming up for the Tropics. That might have been their, at least had the potential to be their best scoring chance of the half. Matos has been large, though. Made that big save on Boateng right towards the end of the first half, and is able to turn the Tropics away here, at least for the time being. Corner kick taken by Pereira. Spends it in front, and again a header by Silva, and he can't find the mark. So another couple opportunities by the boards for the Tropics, and Sporting Orlando continues to hang around now, just 1-0 still. Into the almost the 60th minute here. Tropics have never been held to just 1 goal. That is, they have a couple of games where they won with 2 goals on their side of the score sheet, but they have never been held to just 1. Pereira Tries to get it through to Millian, and Matos comes out. Silva with it. Silva in front, redirect. Oh, and it goes wide. Corey Mills set up beautifully by Hugo Silva, and the redirect goes wide, and another opportunity missed. Can't believe that one. Neither can Corey. There's no question that the Tropics have seriously outchanced Orlando here this evening, but you know, in a 1-0 game, it only takes one chance. And somehow, if you were able to get it into PKs, then it's pretty much a 50-50 proposition. That's what the Villages did here in the U.S. Open Cup game. To recall, the Tropics had 18 corner kicks in that game to the Villages 4, and still not able to get the winner. Ivo Diaz to Millian. Machado with good hustle to keep it in play for Monolaris, who will play it over, but there's a giveaway, almost a giveaway. Fortunately, it took a bad hop, or Oliveria would have had a great opportunity. Here comes a quick counter now for the Tropics. Ball through into the box and headed out of there. Millian will collect it. See if he reserves in front to Silva. Rather, that's Boateng. Boateng keeps it alive in front. There's a chance at the top of the box. Shot! What a save! Somehow Matos got a hand on that one. No idea how he got a hand on that one, but he did. Eduardo Matos, the man of the match here for Sporting Orlando. And it stays 1-0. And a few chances now for Sporting Orlando as they make a run into the Tropics end of the field. Not seen any moves for substitutions yet. In fact, a couple players loosening on the Tropics sideline. Boateng on the intercept there. No one in what I would call serious warm-up mode yet for the Tropics, so Coach Lucas Teixeira content with the 11 that he has out there. They have certainly generated chances. Foul against the Tropics. Well, one might be enough tonight, but a lot of time to go. Just in the 64th minute now. Serve towards goal. Headed out of there by Claire. Now Diaz with a shot from about 18 yards out. Wasn't a strong one, and Silva had no trouble handling that. I think that may be the Sporting Orlando first shot on goal. Silva with it. Silva on the far sideline. Diaz gets it through to Mills at the top of the box. Mills right side to Millian. Millian with a cross to the back post. Header. And Matos able to make the save as Silva made a bid there for the Tropics' second goal of the game. Didn't get a lot behind the header that time, though, and that was a relatively easy save for Matos. Been a busy man tonight in that Sporting Orlando goal, but still just 1-0. Tropics have picked up the pace here in the last 5 or 6 minutes, it seems. Mills gets it to Millian. Pereira's with it. Pereira's making a run towards the top of the box. Gets it in front to Silva. Silva trying to control it and still loose in there. Now Silva going to be called for the infraction. Tried to post up there near the top of the box and wasn't really able to ever get control. Sub coming in, I believe, now for Sporting Orlando. Jorge Mayora into the game for Orlando, and that'll be Daniel Colina's end of the line in the 66th minute. Tropics bench now starting to work in full to get loose. Otang with the ball through to Silva, but a good defensive effort there by Venancio. Now a ball on the right flank to Millian, who's got all kinds of space. Millian gonna send it in front. There's a chance. Well, Corey Mills got a second chance, and he did not miss that one. Great setup by Pascal Millian, who gets a very deserved assist. And in the 67th minute, the Tropics indeed get that second goal to give them a little bit of breathing room now. Millian had all kinds of room on the right side of the box to create, and he made sure he put it on the foot of Corey Mills, who buried that one. Mills had one of the 3 goals against Sporting Orlando the first time around, as did Victor Pereira's. So now we need Ricardo Dieguez to come in off the bench and score one, and it'll be an exact same score sheet as we had here in April. We do have our first sub in for the Tropics as well on that goal. Kesuke Ohada in, and Melvin Boateng, who had that great chance at the end of the first half, is done for the evening. Long ball down to Xavier Silva, but that's knocked out of play. Erickson Crane with it on the left side. Tried a little give and go with Pereiras, but that did not work. So Pereiras in the 10th minute and Corey Mills in the 67th minute. Here comes Hugo Silva, leaves it off to Ivo Diaz, plays it through to Pascal Millian. Millian with a shot right on! Matos with a great save. Millian gets his own rebound now. Matos with another terrific effort. Easily could be 4 or 5 to nothing right now. The Sporting Orlando presses forward now. Chance near the top of the box, headed out of there by Montoleros, however. Tropics will control here. Long ball down the right side now to Xavier Silva, who played his college soccer at Florida Gulf Coast University, but he was offsides. Native of Boca Raton, has been a real star here for the Tropics SC this season. Finished his college career in 2014 with the Florida Gulf Coast. At that time, he was actually tied for 3rd in the program's history with 5 game-winning goals. Had 24 points in his 4-year career there. Was an Atlantic Sun All-Freshman of the Year selection, or Freshman of the Year, and a selection to the A-Sun All-Conference second team. Played his high school soccer at North Broward Prep High School for Coach Diego Cardona. He's been close on a couple of headers tonight, but so far kept off the score sheet. There's a cross in front, but headed. Yeah, we'll give it a whistle and a foul before that, I think. Tropics will hit a corner here. Pereiras will head the near side of the field here to take it. See if the Tropics can get one of those headers on frame here. They have missed on a handful here tonight. Again, into the box, and that is knocked back towards Pereiras, but Sporting Orlando will at least clear the box. Machado knocks it over the sideline as Brazil was trying to get a run started. 73rd minute, 2-0 Tropics. Pereiras and Mills are the goal getters so far. Don't forget, should this scoreline hold, the Tropics will be right back here Saturday night for a 3rd round playoff matchup. That will be against the Maka Ballers FC. They have been impressive here in the postseason. Maka Ballers based out of Winter Park. 2nd year for the Ballers. towards goal, and that was headed away by Claire. Yang going to settle here at the half line. Time certainly becoming a factor for Sporting Orlando now as we roll towards the 76th minute. Here comes Pereiras. Numbers situation here for the Tropics. Pereiras cuts it over. Here's a chance. Shot. Rejected again by Matos. He has been spectacular. Ricardo Dieguez, who came in as a sub just a couple of minutes ago with that chance to score, and somehow Matos able to keep it out of the back of the net. Another sub coming in here for the Tropics now is Victor Pereiras' night is done. Come the Tropics with one more counter, and there's a heavy takedown. Ricardo Carvalho, who came in as a sub and immediately into the action. So both Ricardos out there now tonight for the Tropics, Ricardo Carvalho and Ricardo Dieguez. Nice reinforcements to have up front. Without Pereiras in there, we'll see who does the restart on us here. Looks like it may be Pedro Ivo Diaz. And we've actually got an injury timeout here. I think it's Leo Machado that's down with a right leg injury. So a reminder once again, should we stay at 2-0 or better if you're a Tropics fan, look to see you out here Saturday night. Should be a real good crowd out here for that one. Third round playoff game against the Maca Ballers. 7:30 kickoff here at Lake Myrtle. And you can get all the latest information on the game and how to get tickets and how to be part of Tropics Soccer at fltropics.com/TropicsUPSL. Certainly on the Tropics social media sites, Twitter, Facebook. We'll have the latest game information, but Saturday night is the plan here at Lake Myrtle, 7:30, against Winter Park-based Maca Ballers FC. As we said, those two teams did not play each other in the regular season. These two teams here tonight did meet, with the Tropics taking a 3-0 win back in late April, and Tropics had also played GOSA, Greater Orlando Soccer Academy, their opponent in the first round during the regular season as well. Machado going to gingerly limp off under his own power here, so looks like he's holding the back of his right leg, so maybe a hamstring injury back there. That's never good. 80th minute now. We'll have a little bit of stoppage time, but I don't think we'll have as much as we saw in the first 45. Nicholas Mesh now checking in for the hometown Tropics. Take Machado's spot on the back line. Tropics will get a free kick here from about 30, 35 yards out. There's a chance, shot blocked in front. Bills gets it on the left side to Diegas. There's a shot, and he just puts it over the crossbar. Boy, Diegas showing the potent shot that he has there, and another injury. This is William Diaz now down. So we may in fact end up with a little more stoppage time than we were anticipating originally.
Semi-final game. Currently, I'm very happy to say Tropics SC are currently 2-0 to good. Win tonight.
Thank goodness for the nice summer breeze here tonight. And no rain. We're going to be thankful for weather items. And some storms south of here today, but the weatherman cooperated. The forecast not quite so inviting for Saturday, but we'll hope for maybe some late afternoon showers to cool things down and get out of here before that 7:30 kickoff if the Tropics advance. And right now they're on the right side of a 2-0 score. Corner kick here for the Tropics. The short corner to Mesh. Plays it right back to Millian. Now the ball into the box, and Matos easily able to handle that one. He has been terrific here tonight for Sporting Orlando. No getting around that. Step up by Monolaris and a foul. Quick restart here for Sporting Orlando. Ball through, and Silva comes out, and I think it was Mesh who also got a leg in there to deny that scoring chance. Sporting Orlando not going to go down without some kind of a fight here, and they will get a corner from the near side into a little bit of a stiffer breeze here all of a sudden. You see the American flag really standing out behind the north goal here. Another substitute, I think, coming in here. Pascal Millian is going to head to the bench, and he has had a fine evening for the Tropics. Played a big role here tonight. Gets an appreciative hand from the hometown crowd, Auburndale's own Pascal Millian. Really talked about his love of all things Auburndale in the interview we did this week, so make sure you catch that at Tropics Weekly on the Tropics social media pages. Diego Pantuza going to check in here for the Tropics. In front, knocked out of there by McKeel Academy's finest, Nicholas Mesh. Played his ball in nearby Lakeland. Tropics will get a throw in here as we've now hit the 85th minute. Still 2-0. Corey Mills in this half in the 67th minute. Victor Pereira on a penalty kick at the 10-minute mark of the first half, and that's where we stand. Hugo Silva not been seriously tested tonight. Orlando has had pushed forward to a couple of potential chances, but Sohana's taken down hard, and they will press forward one more time here. Looking to cut the deficit in half. Nice ball to the far post. Header, and Hugo Silva right there for the save. By far Hugo's best save of the evening. He hasn't had to make many. But that was Orlando's best organized chance of maybe the whole game, certainly the second half. Pantuza just checked in with it. Diegas with it. Tries to get it back to Silva with a shot. Matos with a save, but the flag is up.
Offside.
Boy, Silva has been whistled about 5 or 6 times for offsides here tonight and just has not been able to quite time his runs to keep the flag down. Actually, that was, I think, Pantuza making the run. Silva was one of the players subbed out. Two and a half minutes of regulation time to go here. Takeaway by Ivo Diaz. Gets it to Ricardo Diegas. We'll certainly miss Ricardo during the indoor season, but great to see him back here with the Tropics SC in their late season playoff run. Don't know if he'll get a chance to dress on Saturday or not, but it'd be great if he can. As we said, Ricardo Carvalho also out here tonight for the Tropics. Kind of the past and the future of the Florida Tropics as that is sent over frame. Florida Tropics will start their 4th season in the Major Arena Soccer League late this fall. I think the regular season will kick off in late November. Have not seen an official schedule yet, but basically a December to April schedule again this year. 24 games, 12 home, 12 on the road. And of course the Tropics with all kinds of tremendous talent coming in. Gordy Gerson, Carvalho, Joey Tavernisi, Victor Baez. I mean, some of the creme de la creme of the Major Arena Soccer League coming here to Lakeland this fall. So if you want to get on board early for that, you can check out all of the latest news and ticket information at fltropics.com, or you can call 863-240-0101 for more information. But season tickets starting at just $5 a game, so great chance to catch some tremendous soccer that will be played at the RP Funding Center later this year. Of course, Lucas Monolaris, Lucas Teixeira, the coach, Hugo Silva back. Final minute of regulation here. I think the official signaling, can't tell if it was 3 or 5 minutes of stoppage time. I think it may have been 3. Might actually seem a little more appropriate, but chance here for Orlando again, trying to build forward, and there's a crash into the box, and No penalty is going to be called, I don't believe. It'll be a corner kick. Pretty big collision in there. Brazil was the man taken down, and certainly the Orlando bench up calling for a penalty. Instead, it'll be a corner kick. Orlando will press everyone forward here, header towards the middle of the box, still loose in there, finally cleared away. We are in stoppage time now. Still 2-0 Tropics. Nice little give and go. But then Nick Mesh steps up, makes a nice defensive play. Here's Diegas. Diegas with it. Hits it in the middle of the field to Pantuza. On the right side to Mesh. Mesh with a cross in front. There's a chance, and Matos again somehow comes up with a save. And he has been an acrobat tonight. Apparently he didn't even have to touch it as Mills was unable to control it at the near post. So it's a goal kick for Orlando. Final couple of minutes of stoppage time here. Tropics trying to get the clean sheet for Hugo Silva as Lucas Montalero is going to be whistling for a foul, and he might get a yellow card out of this. Pantuza with a little feistiness as Montalero indeed has shown the yellow. Jorge Mayoro was the recipient of that little contact. So it'll be a restart here from about 35 yards out. Tropics just trying to wind things out here on a 2-0 win and get to the third round of the playoffs. Saturday here at Lake Myrtle. It'll be a 7:30 kickoff against the Maca Ballers, so we'd love to have you out here at Lake Myrtle in Auburndale. If not, we'll stream it live for you at Mike Cujo as well. Goes over the end line, and it'll be a corner here for Orlando. Can't be much left in stoppage time. At least enough time for the corner kick, though. Sent into the box and headed out of there. One more chance here for Orlando. Another cross into the box. One more header out. Ibo Diaz on the second header, and Pantuza will hit it ahead, and here's a breakaway opportunity. A goal for the Tropics. And don't you know it's Ricardo Diegas? And there you go. The same exact goal scorers that led to the 3-0 result back in April are the exact same three goal scorers here tonight. Carreras, Diegas, and Corey Mills, all with goals. In that 3-0 win in April, and Diegas, Pereiras, and Corey Mills with the goals here tonight as well. So that will be the icing, and the Tropics will advance to take on the Maca Ballers FC. That will be Saturday night, 7:30 here at Lake Myrtle, and that is full time as the Tropics fans celebrate another playoff win. The record now 13-0-0 on the season, but it'll be a good one here Saturday night. The Maca Ballers with 4 goals in each of their 2 playoff games, so they come in on an offensive roll. The Tropics will see if they can match that on Saturday night. The final once again here tonight, the Tropics SC 3, Sporting Orlando 0. We will talk to you again Saturday night here from Lake Myrtle at 7:30. Until then, have a great week, everybody.